Today I'm making the same edit in 10 minutes, 1 hour, and 3 hours. Because my boyfriend thinks, oh no, my girlfriend thinks I spend too much time editing. I don't even have a girlfriend. Now before you exit this video, stick around because trust me, this one's actually worth it. I'm not just doing this for fun. Well, okay, mostly for fun. But I'm also going to show you something genuinely useful. And I mean it works for both Alight Motion and After Effects editors. Doesn't matter which app you're on. I'm also going to be breaking down my transitions and speed ramping in each edit. And that part alone is going to be useful. Now, to keep this challenge actually fair, I'm using the exact same clips for every single edit. These clips are already time remapped, already Twixtered.
You were the first Spider-Man I ever watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Not the best one, though.
I'ma be the best that you never had.
It amounts to a kind of rebirth.
And yeah, you can't lie, these clips are kind of peak. To make it even more intense, I'm not using a single preset. Now you might be thinking, okay, cool, but why should I even care? Fair question. Here's why. Because by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly what separates a good edit from a great one, even when you're short on time, and I am going to reveal my topaz settings and other things that most editors don't even speak. All right, enough yapping. Let's get into it. All right, let's start the 10-minute edit. Look at the time, 1:45 a.m. So this edit needs to be done by 1:55, no excuses. Without wasting a single second, I started with the basics. For the microwave zooms, I added blur-mo curves and animated their Z-distance using keyframes. And this right here is the graph I used for the zoom. Now let's reverse the process for the reverse microwave zoom. If you want the same zoom in Alight Motion, I've already got a tutorial up. Link's in the description, go check it. After the zooms, it's time for shakes, because a flat edit is a dead edit. Added twitch effects, animated the amount, enabled blur, light, and slide, then threw in a warp fisheye plus an S-shake, and just played around till it felt right. And make sure you add similar graphs to all the keyframes, or else it won't look clean. And then I looked at the clock. Half the time, gone. Okay, lock-in mode. I gotta at least get zooms and shakes on every layer. So I start duplicating and pasting layers, but aligning keyframes and adjusting anchor points ate up 2 more minutes. And I still didn't get it on every layer. That's what happens when you build zooms from scratch instead of spamming presets. Presets would have saved me, but where's the fun in that? All right, let's see how this 10-minute edit actually turned out.
You were the first Spider-Man I ever watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Not the best one, though.
I'ma be the best that you never had.
It amounts to a kind of rebirth.
My review on this 10-minute edit? I didn't even get time to preview it while making it. So yeah, it's straight up incomplete. But now, up next, I've got a full hour. That should be enough to actually get all the zooms and shakes in properly. Let's begin. This time, since I had a full hour, I started with the main transition first. Got about halfway through it, then moved on to zooms. But this time, they're a bit different, a bit better. I also managed to sneak in a pop-up animation and a few other little things. And like I promised, I'll be breaking down all my transitions and effects in detail during the 3-hour edit, so make sure you watch till the end for that. Added a parallel transition and a monitor transition too, which in GL took way longer than I expected. Like I said, I've already got a tutorial on this exact thing in Alight Motion. Link's in the description. Now we've got less than 30 minutes left, and honestly, I don't think I'm getting color correction or text animations done in this part. Still hadn't done the shakes yet, so I rushed those first and pasted them right on the beats. Tried making a new shake and After Effects crashed. Midway. Barely recovered it. All right, let's see how the 1-hour edit turned out.
You You were the first Spider-Man I ever watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Not the best one, though.
Let me go, no, you never come back. I'ma be the best that you never had.
It amounts to a kind of rebirth.
Okay, not gonna lie, this one turned out pretty good, even without color correction and text animations. But I still feel like I can do even better. So now, it's time for the 3-hour edit. Let me cook.
Since I had sufficient time, I straight up jumped on intro text animations and transitions. For the text, I added some textured and 3D texts, which alone took me more than 45 minutes. After that, I added zooms and shakes to all the layers, and I even threw in some ray effects and a time slice transition.
I took breaks in between the editing process so my PC doesn't commit suicide. Now, this is how most big editors like Fictic and others make their speed ramping, aka syncing the movement to the beats. You enable time remapping, add keyframes to the exact point where the character makes a smooth move, and drag them to the beats. And this right here is the graph most of them use. After this, I added a few more transitions and text animations. Now, here comes the important part. What most editors do is hide the text animations and upscale the clips with the zooms still on, which ends up ruining the quality. So, what I do instead, I pre-compose the clips separately, then upscale them. You can see my Topaz settings on screen right now. Once it's upscaled, drag it into After Effects, apply color correction on top, and then enable the zooms and text animations. All right, let's see how this 3-hour edit turned out.
You were the first Spider-Man I ever watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Not the best one, though.
Let me go, no, you never come back. I'ma be the best that you never had.
It amounts to a kind of rebirth.
Damn, you can't lie. This turned out way better than I expected. There could be some improvement, sure, but the time's up now. So here's the side-by-side comparison of all 3 edits.
You were the first Spider-Man I ever watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Not the best one, though.
Let me go, no, you never come back. I'ma be the best that you never had.
It amounts to a kind of rebirth.
You can see the difference for yourself. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button so I can bring you more videos like this. Till then, bye!